About 7-8 minutes remaining for markets to close. We are likely to close at a high of 2016. We are still 12% away from an all-time high, but we are likely to close at the highest in 2016. Again, likely. There is still 6 minutes to go. We were talking to Sumit. Let's get another technical guest. Ruchit Jain, equity technical analyst at Angel Broking, is now with us. Sumit, just hang on. We spoke about Axis and ICICI. Ruchit, can you first start with these two names? How are they looking, and what essentially is your view after the fall today?
Well, good afternoon, Pankaj. Pankaj, overall, if we see positional charts of Axis Bank, then it looks quite better in the banking space. We don't think that the stock would fall much from current levels. Any dip up to 440, I think it would be a good buying opportunity again into the stock. The stock recently, after a consolidation phase, has started forming this high top, high bottom formation. And in this corrective action which we are seeing today, the support would come around 440. So anything around 440, I think it would be a good opportunity to accumulate ICICI Bank, Axis Bank over there. And ICICI Bank, the stock has not shown any sort of major consolidation. It was a V-shaped recovery from the bottom. So I think maybe around 220, 215, that is a quite possible level the stock could go. So we are not that positive on ICICI Bank from current levels, but definitely Axis Bank looks good, and it's a buy on dips stock for us.
You know, generally the positioning also in Axis Bank is more of short rather than long versus ICICI.
So that's the reason ICICI has given a V-shaped recovery and Axis has not given that V-shaped recovery. But it's a good thing that it was a recovery after a consolidation phase. And even if there's a short position getting formed in Axis Bank now, it's probably more. It would be more due to the results which were declared yesterday, and after results the opening was negative today. So that may be the reason why a short build-up is being seen. But still, I think if it comes around 440, there would be chances of fresh accumulation over there, as well as whatever shorts are getting built up, those who could come up to come for covering then again. So I think one should not get too much worried if there is any sort of rise in open interest, because there was already a gap down opening today. So any sort of rise in open interest over here with decline in price should not be a cause of much worry over here. 440 would be the good levels to go long again in the stock.
Right. Sumit, what will be your view on Maruti? Yesterday, after the results, there was optimism. In the morning also, when we spoke to the management, it hit the day's high. But after that, particularly, we've not seen any follow-up buying. Any view on Maruti Suzuki?
I think Maruti Suzuki is strong. It has given breakout. Yesterday, we have seen a sharp recovery from lower levels. From a level of 3700, we have seen stock has moved up by almost 140, 150 rupees. And we have seen that stock has given a very good closing. In fact, if I see the charts, I think after a consolidation of 2 months, stock has given breakout on charts. There is a possibility that stock might move in a range of around 3800 to 4000 levels for next couple of days. Overall, we are bullish on Maruti. We are expecting it to move up from present levels, and we are expecting it to touch levels of around 4000 soon. If Maruti is able to give a close below 3780 or 3750, then we would change our view in Maruti from bullish to bearish. But till that time, closing is not seen below 3780 or 3750 levels on lower side. I think any dips in Maruti from present levels should be used as buying opportunity. 3850, 3820 are good levels to initiate a long position. And on higher side, immediately it will face resistance at around 3980 or 4000 levels. And if 4000 is taken away, then we can see extended rally till 4150 or 4200 levels. So overall, Maruti looks good to me. I think any dips in Maruti from present level should be used as buying opportunity for the immediate targets of 4000 levels.
Right. Any view on Just Dial, Sumit?
No, Just Dial doesn't look good to me. I think we can see correction in Just Dial from present levels. Stock is looking weak. Charts are not that convincing. So from the levels of 850, we can see a correction in which stock can move down till 730 or 700 levels. That means almost a correction of around 150 rupees. I think 850 are good levels to initiate a sell position, or if by chance there is small pullback in prices from present levels till 870, 880, then that should be used as a selling opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 900 or above 900 or at 910. That means with a stop loss of 910, one can initiate sell position in Just Dial for the targets of around 730, 700 levels in next 10 to 15 days time horizon. Overall, Just Dial looks weak on charts. It's a best selling candidate.
Right. Sumit, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Ruchit, just stay on, about a minute remaining for closing. I'll come back after that. As far as Nifty is concerned in terms of closing, we are going towards a 2000 high closing. It's not, it's just like 2 points away, or 2 points higher than that, but it's looking in a good 50 points higher for Sensex. Tata Motors on your screen, a very flattish sort of a move. Tata Steel again very flattish. ITC was up 1.7. ITC at a point of time was one of the big contributors. Bharti Airtel 3.5% higher, 376. Bank of Baroda 0.5% decline. BHEL down about 1%. Reliance down up about 10 paisa or so. Coal India up about 0.8%. HCL Tech down 1.7. HCL Tech would declare numbers tomorrow before market hours. So it's a decline of 1.7 ahead of that. Kotak Bank 1.6% higher. Infosys 0.6% higher. NTPC up about 0.5%. Power Grid 0.5% decline. Cipla 0.5% in terms of losses. Aurobindo Pharma 1.8% decline. Aurobindo Pharma got 2 approvals today, but still closing in at the day's low. HDFC Bank 1% higher, 1,125. Sun Pharma absolutely flat. Ambuja Cement 0.5% higher. L&T up down about 0.5%. Tech Mahindra 1% higher, 480 rupees. TCS up about 1%, that's the closing bell. Wipro up about 1% towards closing. M&M did well today, closer to 1,400 rupees, 1,385 to be precise. Tata Motors DVR really no change, 0.5% here and there. Lupin up down about 1%. Hero MotoCorp up about 0.5%. Asian Paints 1.2% higher, 888. Ultratech was down 2%, but Ultratech has had its run as far as markets are concerned. In the last 2 months or so, it's up 19%. Grasim was up 1%, 4,130. Eicher Motors around the 20,000 mark. Bosch was down 1%. ICICI down about 3.5. Axis Bank 3.5% decline. Yes Bank 910. That's the top gainer in the day. Adani Ports actually was strong, as we started the 230 factor. Bharti Airtel up 3.7, 374. Tomorrow we'll have the results. We'll just go to the preview of Bharti Airtel in just a bit. ONGC up 3.5%, 221, 222. 7 odd million shares traded for ONGC. Adani Ports was the top gainer. Bharti Infratel was also among the gainers, up about 3.5 to about 4 odd percent. M&M was, as we told you, was closer to 1,400. That made it among the top gainers. 1,385. Not sure if there is any news flow, but M&M Finance has done well. M&M owns stake in that, maybe. That's looking good. From the broader market space, offshore companies did quite well. So Aban Offshore, we pointed out this in the morning, it was up 5% with good volumes. It was up 12-13% towards the close. 13 million shares traded. Tata Teleservices, it's a very small stock. Generally, people don't talk about it, but it was up about 10 odd percent, 70 odd paisa on the higher side. NCC up 6%, 82 rupees for NCC, 10 million shares, slightly higher than that actually, closer to 11 million shares. MTNL up 6. First Source was up another 5%. First Source did very well yesterday as well. Ruchit Jain is still with us. Ruchit, we briefly spoke about some banking names. Can you also just touch upon IndusInd Bank, 1,041? I believe it's at a life high and looking extremely strong in terms of delivery stat, in terms of overall price movement.
Yeah, Pankaj, overall movement is quite strong in this. We have seen after a consolidation, sideways consolidation for 4-5 trading sessions. Last 2 days, the stock has gone up with backed by very good volume. So that's a positive sign. And in fact, we have seen that whenever such stocks goes to all-time high levels and the volumes pick up over there, usually the momentum gets carried away going ahead. So I think this momentum could get carried away. 1070, 1080 would be the next retracement resistance is coming in over there. So 1080 looks quite possible in the stock in near term.
For the last 1 year, this stock has been in a range, and probably this looks like a breakout. And it's a big name. It's a name which people like. It's a name which people own, and they trust the management. You think that it could be a big breakout as well?
Well, Pankaj, there are two things whenever we look at breakout. Generally, whenever there is a breakout, if the breakout is out of the consolidation range, means the stock is consolidating in a narrow range, and if we see a trendline resistance or any of the resistance breakout, I think that should be taken as a big breakout, wherein a trade could be taken for next directional move. Now, what has happened in IndusInd Bank, we are talking about the breakout above 990, which were the earlier highs. Now the stock in last 1 month had already moved from 800 to 1000 rupees. So 200 rupees movement. So almost 12-13% movement in 1 month already the stock has given. And after that we are saying that yes, then now the stock has given a breakout. And if we ask the question now, is it ready for a big up move? We already have 10-15% up move behind us in last couple of months. So I won't trade just because of it is. I won't go long for the reason that it has given a breakout of its previous highs. Because had it been a consolidation in a narrow consolidation of 5-7% and a breakout after that, then that would have been a good trade for us. But still, mentioning that also, the trend is looks to be positive, and the retracement resistances would come around 1,000 between 1,070 and 1,080. So one should not look to trade for a big up move from current levels. But I think 1,070, 1,080 would be the levels where profit booking should be done on the long positions. Yes, definitely the trend would remain strong. It's not that after hitting that 1,080 mark, it would again go into the downtrend. But any dips from there, I think then those dips should be used as a buying opportunity.
No, I was not talking about only pure trading, but even if somebody is structurally long, I mean by delivery basis, the momentum continues to look good.
Yes, for structurally long, those who are long-term investors and are already holding at lower levels, so that it's a good sign for them that the stock has again again has reached its all-time high levels, and the previous highs have been breached. So for them, I think it's a positive sign, and they can continue to hold for long-term investment also.
Right. How would you look at ONGC? Today's close is 221.20, and the budget day high, that's when it really fell down. The high was 221.10, so it's first time gone above the budget high levels.
Pankaj, just to add to a disclaimer that we have recommended this stock to our clients today itself, so my view may be biased in this stock. Definitely a falling trendline resistance have been given, the stock has given breakout of a falling trendline resistance today. And one thing to notice that the breakout was with a gap up opening. So according to the gap theory, whenever crucial resistances or crucial trend lines are given, broken with a gap up opening, and that gap is not filled the same day, so that's probably a positive sign and the sign of a change of trend. So the downtrend which was seen from last 1 year in the stock, that may come to an end over here. Even from short-term trading perspective, the stock has good potential to move higher from current levels. I would be looking at levels of at least up to 240 to 243 levels, which was the January month's high. So one should buy even at current levels in this stock, and then keep a stop loss below 210 for target of 240 to 243 in maybe next 10 to 15 trading sessions itself.
Right. Could this be one of the names like Tata Steel? You know, essentially how it recovered from the lows. Can it recover that way? Are charts telling you that as of now, or we'll have to still wait for some confirmations?
So Pankaj, the stock has the potential to give such recoveries. It has been a long consolidation phase with lower top, lower bottom formation, and first signs of up move. What we had seen in Tata Steel when we are talking about the such signs of breakout was seen 1 month earlier, and we have seen the move that the Tata Steel has given in last 1.5 months. So I think this stock too has such potential to move up very sharply. Volumes need to be seen in next 2-3 trading sessions how it comes. Today was the first day of breakout, so if there is a continuation of up move with increase in volumes, then I think there would be a good potential for the stock to move up in next couple of months.
Right. As far as metals pack is concerned, what is the view on the metals pack? Say something like Tata Steel of course has rallied, but Hindalco has just started the move. Vedanta has just started the move. Are they looking much better?
But those who have already created long positions in the metal space, we are advising them to still hold the long positions. There are still no signs of reversal, but definitely creating fresh longs over here, the risk reward is not that favorable. Stocks such as take any metal stock, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, Hindalco, Vedanta, they have almost moved more than 30-35% from their recent lows, and the momentum readings in the stock has now become overbought. So unless we get any reversal signs over here, definitely if any reversal signs would be then that would be a sign of cautiousness to exit the long positions. But creating fresh longs over here, the risk reward would be much unfavorable. The stop losses would be much bigger than what upside we may get in near term. So I think one should wait for some sort of dips to come in these stocks. Maybe not immediately next week, because the market is in a positive momentum right now, and these have the stocks which have led to the market up move in last couple of months. So I think next 1 or 2 weeks still the momentum would continue to remain positive. But in next market correction, whenever the market corrects and these stocks correct, I think these stocks should be looked to buying on correction or on dips only now.
Right. ITC again gave a new high today, a year high, 333. Okay, the year high is 359, sorry. So it again did well today, 333 good volumes, one of the best contributor to Nifty. How would you look at ITC?
ITC looks positive to me. Overall, the stock since last couple of months has been consolidating in a narrow range. After the budget day, we saw that the stock recovered smartly from its lows of 265, and in next trading session of the budget day, it hit a high of 325. So post that, there's a sideways consolidation, and now again it is showing signs of upside momentum coming in with increasing volumes. So that's a good sign that the prices have not corrected, but the time-wise it has corrected. So there are two types of correction. This stock has corrected time-wise by remaining in a sideways range, and I think the stock could now again resume its upside momentum. On the high side, next resistance would come around 350, 340 levels. So I think the stock has good potential to move higher. Even at current levels, one can look to buy. 319 should be the stop loss on any of the long positions.
Right. As far as the overall FMCG pack is concerned, so something like a HUL, it's lost its sheen, or it's not been doing that well. In a risk-on market, just avoid those names.
Pankaj, I think there may be some positive momentum along with the market direction this time. I'm not saying that the stock would again, these stocks, HUL, ITC or other FMCG names would go and make new all-time highs over here. But definitely the momentum of the market is positive, and we have seen some stocks such as HUL, ITC, Britannia, Dabur. These four are the stocks that are coming to my mind right now, which are showing positive momentum. The volumes last week were quite good in these stocks, so we may see some 5 to 7% up move, especially in the mid-cap stocks such as Britannia is there, Dabur is there. So from 7 to 8% up move could be seen in these stocks. So if anyone is looking from short-term trading perspective, then ITC, HUL, Britannia and Dabur could be the would be the four stocks that one should trade with positive biasness.
Adani Ports is was up 5%, 242. How do you look at that name? I think 250 was the price, or 250 was that particular level where it really started to fall, or below which it started to fall.
Yeah, 250 was a resistance which was seen in the last week of March. So probably the way the momentum was there today, volumes were also good. So seems that again the stock would reach around the 250, 251 levels. Now it needs to be seen whether it breaches those resistances level, because above 250 the next logical resistance would come around 266, 267. So if the volumes continues to remain strong, and if the stock manages to go about 251, then I think the momentum would get continued up to 266, 267. So any long positions could be hold on at least to 250, 251, and if there is a breakout, then one can revise the stop loss on the upside for target of 266, 267. Stop losses on current position should be kept below 228.
Right, Uchit. Thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure talking to you. We are taking a break, coming back into our first after closing market.